Well, Alex, it was a bit emotional on Saturday after that defeat. You've had a chance to relax, sleep, have something to eat, have a breather. How do you feel now about it?
Yeah, they're pretty much the same around the result. Disappointing not to get a win. We're obviously judged as a football club in the pyramid system around victories and around where we are in the table, and at the moment that doesn't have great reading, but with every confidence that we'll hopefully start to pick up some results soon, and we can put the start of the season behind us and start to move forward. I was having a good chat during the game on Saturday with the Curzon fans, and actually, to be tailored truth, it was with the Curzon's manager's wife. Yes. And some of the players' families, and they were a great bunch to be around. Lots of laughing and joking around the result from the 9-0 and how I felt, which is a great question, isn't it? 'Cause I got asked that at every point, and you have to try not to give flippant responses back after you lose 9-0, don't you? And I'm sure I was guilty of making a few in jest. But yeah, we kind of move forward now, and hopefully we can start to go on to Sunday.
Sunday, how's it looking ticket-wise?
Yeah, still the same. About 1,500 at the moment. We tend to get a bit of a surge normally on a Thursday and a Friday, so we're hoping that there'll be a few tickets sold latter part of this week. It'd be good to get a crowd of over 2,000 people again, and I think the guys on the media are talking about everyone from Gloucester coming in whatever their own colour kits is. So if you play for Tuffley Rovers, come in your Tuffley top, for example. It'll be a great occasion for the club and for the city, and for Long Levens. But for us, the team we're playing against, it doesn't really matter. The timing of the fixture is the key. Rather than who we're playing. Our position doesn't change whether we're playing a team from Preston North End all the way down to Penzance. We need to reinvigorate, kickstart our season, and push on. So yeah, just because it's a local match, the opposition kind of becomes irrelevant. It's all to do with the club and hopefully moving forward together and getting into the next round, and like I said, trying to re-kick the season.
Well, it's been switched to here. I don't think it's been cleared up why and what happened to make it happen. Do you want to tell us?
Yeah, no problem at all. So the police questioned what parking, how Long Levens would manage the potential ticket sales, how they would manage stewarding, how they would manage, as that happens at every round. And that's the Gloucestershire Police as part of the SAG group. And the questions were then to answer the question, you need to write a policy. Does that make sense? Yeah. So because everything now is around a policy and a safety manual. And because of the size of the gate there, normally they haven't got some of those manuals and policies that were being asked for. So rather than them spend a fortune in, and more importantly, time to rewrite their safety policy, understand this, do a risk assessment for that, a traffic management plan for this, it just made more sense to flick the fixture to us. And then the reason for the Sunday. Again, the police just put a note out saying because it's a Gloucestershire match, they would want to have a response time of whatever it was, and because there's a fixture at Cheltenham against Oxford, which is a Category C match, they said that all of their experienced police officers would be at the Cheltenham Oxford game. So under police advice, because of the response times needed, they would prefer it to be on a Sunday, and we obviously accept that, because if we do, we have to pay for police. So when the police attend games, we have to pay for it as a club. So if we had said no to that, we'd have potentially been getting in police from out of county, out of region, and then the cost just spiral. And for us and for Long Levens, if we can get into the next round with spending the least amount of money possible, it's a huge benefit for both of us.
Well, the Long Levens strikers are going to face another new defender, I think. Do you want to tell us about our new signing?
Yeah, we only sign players now that have got Jordan in their name. So I think that was that. So you got, what's that, 4 or 5 Jordans. So Cornan Jory, hang on, I'm doing it myself now. Corey Jordan is he's a player that was a great prospect when he was younger. Played in Bournemouth. Played in some very high end friendlies. Sat on the bench, for example, in the Man United friendly, and also sat on the bench against AC Milan, I think. He knows the manager from old. When Paul was there helping out in the academy role in the 21s, Corey was 15, 16 and training with the 21s, so he was already skipping age groups ahead, so he's a talent. Then he picked up a terrible injury. Sat out of football for a while whilst he was getting fit. Played in the league above us, 18, 19, 20 games, whatever it is. In the summer, he was on trial with Swindon and a couple of other EFL clubs. Paul was keen to sign him because of his relationship in the past. We kind of waited to see where the EFL clubs were going to be, knowing that we were always in the wings. And yeah, Swindon decided not to make an offer for whatever their internal reasons were, and then we obviously then stepped in and said that we'd honour the agreement we'd actually offered him originally, and here he is, and playing as number 22.
Well, the other Jordan scored on Saturday, but the third signing that's intrigued me, because Google doesn't tell us a lot about him, Armar Zola.
Yeah.
Tell us about him.
Yeah, I think the fans have started calling him Swedish Dave, and that's kind of stuck around the group as well, so that's quite funny. But yeah, Zola, he's a great guy, great human. He was playing in Sweden last year in their 3rd division, and he was asked to come over to the UK by Halifax, I think, and he ended up then playing and training all pre-season with Halifax. We were aware of him through a connection through Halifax. Halifax said that they were going to put him into a squad player. We said that our manager knew someone at Halifax, said that he could have more of a role to do here. So yeah, he's joined us as a defensive cover on the right hand side of the defence, whether that's right back or right centre back. And hopefully he'll continue to do well in the group, and he'll progress. But he's a really good guy, really genuinely nice guy. So yeah, we're delighted to have him.
Well, I can't keep talking about poor results and disappointments. I'm going to turn it on its head and talk about the ladies' team and their FA Cup win on Sunday. Give us a bit of insight into the ladies' team and massage their egos after that win.
Yeah, they do fantastic, and they're great around the club. Everything that we do here is around being together. So we have the 21s, the 18s on the gate, and the ladies' teams on the gate, or doing tickets, or behind the bar. And they've come to the club as a new group, and they have done nothing but help. Everything that we've needed, they have done. So how that kind of story came out was the original ladies team that was here. We wanted to bring them under the main club so we could play at Miller Park, all wear the same kit, all have the same everything. It was completely one club. They wanted to keep it separate for whatever reasons. So it was agreed that we kind of shake hands and move forward. So they they changed their name, for a better phrase. Chris Hill, the manager there, we did our badges together. We did a lot of our lower badges together. So I've known Chris for a while, a number of years. And he was the manager at Ilminster, and he was doing okay. He took this first year I met him, he took his side to the Southern finals at the Vitality Stadium in Bournemouth, and I remember that story well. And that was kind of how we met. And then as soon as the decision was made, that we were going to go our own separate ways, the first person I called was Chris. So said to Chris, look, we've got this new venture up at Gloucester. Would you like to get involved? And then he kind of ran with it, really. did all the scouting, all the player recruitment, everything, and off the back of having nothing, we've now got 2 ladies teams, which I'm not sure too many people are aware of, but we've got 2 ladies teams. So we've got our first team and a second team, or reserve team, or whatever you want to call them, development team. And the development team are in the Hereford League, and they have got a game tonight away. Someone's telling me it's a home in the background, actually, so I apologise for that. They've got a game tonight at home, and we wish them the best. And then the first team have taken to football like a duck to water at Gloucester. They've done really well. Chris set them against some very stiff and tough opposition in pre-season, which drew a lot of fans to question kind of why. And the internal reason was because we knew we'd already qualified for the FA Cup. We knew we could be drawing a team that was in a much higher league. That's not my phone, by the way, that's someone else's. Oh no, maybe it was mine. So we knew we could draw a team in a higher level. So Chris wanted to test our wits against a team that we could be playing at that sort of standard. And whether he was clever, talented or lucky, it doesn't really matter, but he did draw a team from a higher league, and it was a team that the same level we've been playing against. So ironically, it was a team that Chris and I knew quite well, because when we did our badges together, that manager or team set up was on our coaching course as well. So and then they've done fantastic, delighted for them to get through. And ironically now, the next draw is against Chris's former club in Ilminster. So sometimes it's written in the stars, right?
Well, that's one to look forward to. Thank you, Alex.